Right, we're going to get the bike prepared today for the next joggle. John of Groats to Land's End. I'm going to do some maintenance and get it set up ready. At the moment I'm running 11 to 28, 11 speed cassette there, and I'm going to change it. I've got a new one with a 32 which should help with the climbs, and having panniers on the back. I'm going to put some grease just around that bearing as well, just to protect the outside. Same on this side, bit of grease around there. That's done, lubricated. So this is the 28 tooth cassette. It goes something like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Then we have 19, 21, 23, 25, 28. Cracking cassette that's Ultegra, bomb-proof. But I just might need the extra gear. So this cassette has to come off just to help me get a really heavy bike over some of the climbs. So we're going to put a 105 cassette on. Again, 105 is brilliant value for money, and the quality's there, and it'll do just for this event. So on here we're going to look, we've got 32, 28, 25, and then there's a bit of a jump, 22, then we have a 20, 18, then a 16. So it's not as close ratio down here, and it's more of an insurance policy with this gear here, just to get me on the big climbs. Let's fit it on. I'm going to use some copper slip just to put on here. Anti-seize compound, just helps things later on. Just line up with that small notch there to the small notch here. All we get. I've just popped this cone off here, put a bit of grease behind there, that seal on the bearing, just to try and stop any water and elements getting through into the bearing itself. That's that wheel good to go now. Same again, if you can see in there, it has rained a lot recently and the water can get through them seals, so I'm just going to put a bit of grease around that. Just a little bit of grease there around that seal. That can go back in. That's the front wheel ready. Just going to go and give these jockey wheels just a little bit of grease. They seem to be in good order. Just put that shield back over there. There you go, done. Just make sure everything's nice and clean in there. That's good. Just going to give the rear mech Just bits of oil on the pivots. The next job, we'll look at the brakes, make sure they're okay. Well, for a start, I mean, them pads are okay, there's a bit of life left in them, but they'll need to be replaced if you're going to do 1,000 miles in a week, so we'll get them changed over. And there's one thing in particular, I'm going to pump out these pots, then I'm going to give them a good clean, get them surfaces clean there, and then we'll do a bleed, push the pots back in. Everything's nice and clean and good to go. Work them pots. Don't want them to come out too far. I'm going to give them a good spray. Get right in there. And then right then, pots now look nice and clean, nice and white. They can be pushed all the way back in now, and I can start to bleed once they're fully in. Okay, that's a brake bleed done, so we're finished there, so that can come away. Take out the spacer, put the little grommet back on there, some new pads. The main thing now is I want the pads to be perfectly centred on the disc, on the rotor, and there's no rub there at all. That'll do. That's the front brakes just bled, so hopefully they'll be okay. It's important to just check your brakes if you're on hydraulics for getting on the train for doing Land's End to John Groats, or the reverse, joggle lejog, because when the bike's on the train it's upright like that, and you can get airlocks. I've just changed the chain rings. I'm on a compact 5034. These have done well over 8,000 mile, 9,000 mile. They're showing signs of wear, so the new ones are on now. So we're going to be working on a 50, 34 and an 11, 32 on the back. Just have a look at the headset bearings, give them a bit of a grease in the right place as well. This one's from the bottom part of the headset, which it will keep me going, but it needs a bit more TLC, so if I just get into that seal slightly. So I'm not recommending you do this, I've done it before and I know it'll work. Give it a bit of a clean out there, and just put some grease back in, and I know that'll do the job. I know it will. And I've been using these 28mm Maxxis Refuse, excellent tyre these, really tight to get on and off. So I'm going to replace them anyway with some faithful Gator Skin 28mm. They are the foldable one, but they've got all the mesh and the protection on the sidewall as well. So they'll go on next. I recommend them all the time. And I definitely recommend Maxxis Refuse. These really are tight. Looks like these are going to be really tight as well to get on. It's that final bit there. It can be such a tight fit. So you know, if you're out on the roads and you're tired, you need a lot of power and strength to get these things on. Let's see how this one goes. I'm going to try washing up liquid because it's that tight. However, you've got to bear in mind when you're on the road, you're not always going to have this luxury. I thought I'd give this a try. It's one of these new fandangled tyre levers. It's about £5 from Decathlon. Let's just see if it'll do the job on here now, because it's such a tight fit, this. I'm losing my strength. So what I'm thinking is, I don't want to pinch the inner tube. Just get it on that part of the bead there, or here, and I want to just coax it in. Like that. Try and get it round there and just offer it. We're almost there at the moment. Just might need a bit of brute strength. Come on, nearly there. That's it. Whoa, that was even tighter than the refuse. Again, with these tyres, you're looking for this little line here to be all the same. You can see there the tyres low down, so I've got to get a lot of pressure in there to pop that out, and you'll hear it pop out. If you don't get enough pressure in to begin with, you'll have a tyre that's off centre. So the track pump does that for you. So when I'm out on the road, I have a mini track pump just to get that extra bit of pressure to pop these things out so the tyre seats perfectly. Hear that then? That was part of the pop out there. It's still got a bit more to pop. Between there and there's good. There needs to go again. There you go. I just need to put some degreaser on the actual tread. Sometimes a bit waxy when they come out of the mould, and it's a bit wet out there today, so just take anything off there, some degreaser on the tyre. So that's the pannier fitted now. And these are the pannier bags I use. They are from Decathlon, and they're not bad. They just simply clip on there, and then you can have this small lug here just to stop them flapping about. I think these are about 40 litres each. I have used these on a LeJog trip, and they really are good, waterproof. And I've got one more bag. Again, I'd recommend this Boardman bag. It's waterproof. It goes on the top of the pannier, and I carry most of my, you know, pretty much daily essentials. Any information I need, my wallet, just things I can get to quickly. So that's how my bike would look for a John Groats Land's End JOGLE LeJog setup. Nice bag down top, two good panniers, waterproof. I'd also have lights on. I'll show you the lights again. Yeah, so on the front of the bike I'd have this Lesine 800XL, this light. When it's on its pulse setting, you can see that from half a mile away. It is a really good piece of kit. You need it in the daytime, and obviously at night time it will light up the road. You can see where you're going, you can see the potholes. Again, on the back, Lesine. They're all USB rechargeable. That's a good little light, that. And regarding navigation and data and computers, again, Lesine, really good little unit, that. You can have your miles per hour, average speed, cadence, you name it. It will also Bluetooth to your phone, so you can get directions from your phone on the maps. You can get emails, text messages, and a good thing as well is through the Lesine tracking, you can actually get an email sent to somebody who can track you then on the map, so they can see where you are on routes. Quite a good piece of kit that, I'd recommend it, and not too expensive. And then really, this piece here, this piece of kit here is one of the best bits of kit I've ever bought. It's an Oregon 450. It's a GPS unit with the whole of the Great Britain map on it at 1 to 50,000. You can navigate with it, you can plan routes with it. It's a bit big, it's a bit heavy. This one's really scratched and worn because I've used it a lot. Bang it on your handlebars. So there you go, that's my bike ready for any epic 1,000-mile in a week kind of ride. It's all packed up and ready to go, more or less. That is what I would do to my bike to make sure it's going to do the job for me.